Before machines awaken, the harvest begins with human hands and morning breath.
Each pluck is precision, young leaf, perfect timing, no waste.
A harvest line is a moving factory, measured by fingers and focus. Even here, quality control decides what becomes tea and what never will.
A simple tag becomes the identity of thousands of cups to come.
Freshness is fragile. Every minute shapes flavor.
From the field, the leaves begin their short race against time.
Even after plucking, the leaf continues to change, breathing, reacting, transforming.
The journey is short, but the stakes are high. Quality rides in the back.
With every bump, the leaf is tested, handled, shaken, kept alive. The fields end here, but the real transformation is only beginning.
Every batch enters with a record. Traceable, timed, accountable.
Back it up slowly. Hold it. Right there. This dock is the bridge between harvest and industry.
In this moment, the leaf is still raw, seconds away from becoming tea.
Now the factory takes over, where heat, air, and time rewrite the leaf.
Inside these walls, every kilogram is measured, because consistency begins at intake.
Weight becomes data. Data becomes control.
The leaf now has a name that machines can read.
From hand-plucked hills to mechanizer flow, transport becomes choreography. This is where the raw leaf joins the factory's bloodstream.
Before the leaf falls, the system must be clean, because purity begins with surfaces.
Gravity starts the next chapter. Leaf becomes flow.
The factory doesn't grab the leaf, it guides it.
With the belt's first rotation, the leaf's clock changes. Even before processing begins, balance is everything. Uniform layers matter because uneven feed creates uneven tea. Here, the leaf stops being fresh and starts becoming tea. Inside numbers and airflow, flavor is engineered.
Air becomes the first tool, drawing moisture, shaping chemistry.
Before the world sees the factory, the leaf begins changing in silence.
The leaf rests now, softening, yielding, preparing for its transformation.
Inside, air works on leaves. Outside, the factory breathes like a living machine.
Every motion outside is timed to keep the inside moving.
A single facility built to control time, temperature, and taste.
Steel doors open, and the factory's core is exposed.
Inside, flow is designed. Leaf never stops moving for long.
From above, the factory reveals its true scale: lanes, systems, and pathways. Withering prepares the leaf.
Rolling will awaken its hidden chemistry. Now, pressure replaces patience.
The leaf is fed like fuel, measured, controlled, deliberate. With each roll, the leaf changes color and moves closer to becoming black tea.
Now the leaf needs air again, this time, to turn dark and fragrant.
From green to copper, from raw to ready, oxidation will define the tea's soul.
Here, air finishes what pressure began, turning color into character.
Oxidation needs space so the leaf can breathe evenly. Even the smallest impurity is pulled away because the cup remembers everything. Now the leaf leaves the table, entering the world of separation and precision. Sorting begins with light, because the eye still catches what senses may miss. The first cleaning is mechanical. Shake, separate, remove. Air carries away the smallest pieces, leaving only what belongs in tea. What falls away is captured. Cleanliness is engineered, not assumed.
Invisible hazards are stopped here because safety is part of flavor.
The machine knows weight. Stems fall away, leaf continues. Waste is recorded too. Traceability doesn't stop at the product.
Now the leaf is classified because size controls extraction, strength, and body.
Grading is the factory's language, sorting leaf into its future role.
Clean, grading, clean, grading.
Now the leaf meets heat, the moment where aroma becomes permanent.
Even thickness means even drying. Control is built into every shake.
The tunnel doesn't cook the leaf, it fixes it, forever.
Air becomes fire, removing moisture while preserving the leaf's soul.
Drying is not guesswork. Numbers steer the heat.
A small vent shift can change an entire batch. Heat has done its work. Now the leaf must settle.
Cooling locks the shape, preparing the tea for final refinement.
Every pass is verified. Purity is not optional.
Dry doesn't mean finished. Texture and uniformity still matter.
Even after drying, tea rests because stability creates consistency.
Resting isn't waiting. It's controlling what comes next. The factory never pours blindly. It meters every movement. Now the dried leaf becomes the base, ready for the final shaping of taste. This is the heart of black tea production, where leaf becomes the final form. Now the leaf is no longer handled gently. Now it is shaped. CTC turns leaf into strength, designed for bold, fast infusion.
The form is set, but flavor still needs air. Even after cutting, chemistry continues, slow and.
Air is measured here, not felt.
Transformation isn't dramatic. It's controlled by decimals.
Heat returns, this time to lock aroma into the grain.
This final fire seals the tea, aroma trapped in every particle.
A fast cool prevents staleness, keeping the tea alive.
Even the air is clean because
Size is identity. Each grade serves a different cup.
The factory doesn't just make tea, it stores precision.
Once graded, the tea becomes data again, tracked, timed, protected.
Once graded, the tea becomes data again, tracked, timed, protected.
From this room, the entire factory breathes in.
Here, the factory becomes a living map. Every line, every sensor, every breath.
Automation doesn't replace people, it amplifies their control. A small change, measured in percent, protects an entire batch.
The factory sees itself, collecting flow before problems exist. Steel gates and air pressure, moving tea without human touch. Air becomes transport, fast, clean, and closed.
Storage is no longer passive. Each silo is monitored like a heartbeat.
Overflow is prevented before it happens. Automation anticipates. Even the sample is automated because consistency must be proven.
Automation doesn't just move tea, it builds the blend.
Measured to the gram, because a blend is a recipe, not a guess.
Now the tea becomes one product, unified before final refinement.
With gates and sensors, the factory chooses the next step instantly.
The system stays sealed, clean, controlled, uninterrupted.
Finishing is subtle, small movements that create a cleaner cup.
Even dust is managed, because clarity begins at the smallest scale.
What's removed is recorded, nothing is ignored.
Now the product is uniform, ready for the final precision checks.
A simple fall reveals everything: size, dryness, uniformity.
Finishing is sorting again and again until the product is exact.
Nothing is wasted. Out of spec returns to the process.
Precision isn't a moment, it's continuous proof. Evenness creates predictability, and predictability creates trust. Vision systems don't get tired. They watch every granule. In a fraction of a second, the system protects the bond. Now the tea must prove itself before it earns a place in the world.
Before packaging, the tea must answer one final question. Does it meet the standard?
Traceability enters the lab. No sample exi.
In the lab, quality becomes measurable, down to the
Moisture is the first truth. Too high, and the tea won't last.
Results aren't remembered, they're recorded.
Size distribution defines the cup, strength, clarity, and body. Numbers confirm structure, but aroma still needs a human witness.
The final test is simple: hot water and truth. In seconds, the tea reveals its character.
Clarity is discipline, proof that processing was clean.
Once approved, the tea is cleared to leave the lab. And aroma is memory, captured, compared, confirmed. Now the tea is certified, ready to be sealed, stacked, and shipped.
Quality control doesn't slow the factory. It protects its reputation.
Even at the end, the tea is guided, never left to chance. The journey ends the way it began, through controlled flow.
Sealing isn't packaging, it's preservation. Every pack carries a timestamp, proof of when it was born. Weight confirms honesty. Every pack must match the promise.
The last safety check, because trust is manufactured here.
From loose tea to retail form, precision becomes a box. A seal is a promise, protected until it reaches a cup. Small units become shipments, ready for the world's logistics. Stacking is geometry, built to survive transport and time. Now the product becomes cargo, secured, protected, complete. The warehouse is a pause, not an end, waiting for. Stored with precision, because product integrity N. Dispatch is the factory's final movement, outward, into the market.
This is the final placement, where the product leaves the factory's control.
And this is how modern factories produce black tea from start to finish.
From leaf to load, everything is engineered for consistency. A chain of systems, human, mechanical, and precise, turning harvest into heritage. One facility, connected to fields, workers, and the world beyond its gates.
Subscribe for more real factory breakdowns.